Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Christina here, and in today's video we are going to be doing a DIY cactus ring holder. And as someone who wears rings every single day, I know that I always want to put my ring away when I'm washing my hair or doing something messy that I may lose my ring, and I don't want to risk it from falling down somewhere and never being able to find it again, because I would be devastated if I lost them. So it was very important for me to not only make ring holders but to sell them as well, because I know how important they are myself. And so in this video I decided to show you guys how I make my ring holders for my Etsy shop. I also just want to preface this by saying I understand that my voiceover is super cringy, so just bear with me. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to make my instructions a little more interesting so you're not going insane and getting super bored during this video. I also want to talk to you guys about something else. So I am trying to figure out a posting schedule so that I am able to post consistently. And since it is the first month that I will be uploading videos on this channel, I'm going to be super consistent and post a video every single day for this month, or at least 30 days in a row. I'm doing that so that I can kind of get a feel of what the audience wants and how I want to produce my content. The way that I think I'm going to do it, or at least the way that I think I have it in my head right now, is that every other day type of schedule. Every other day I want to have pottery or ceramics videos for those that are interested in seeing those, but on those opposite days I want to upload things like baking, TikTok, all the things that I'm interested in as well, aside from pottery and ceramics. So it is going to be something for everyone to enjoy, whether it is on the days I post pottery or the days that I post something that isn't ceramics related. So I think that that is kind of the way I want to go about it for the first month, to kind of get a feel of my audience and who's watching these videos. Okay guys, let's get into the video. Okay, back at it with a voiceover. Okay, so here I am weighing my clay, and now that I know its weight, I'm going to roll it out a bit so that I can make it into 2 pieces. So now that I have my second piece, I'm going to roll that out because I'm going to split my second piece into a half as well. That's going to be our 2 cactus arms. So now we have the 2 arms and the base. So then we take our base, and I'm smoothing it out with my metal rib right now. It's always good to get those imperfections out because you want it to be smooth. So I'm taking and I'm smoothing it out with my hands as well, just to make sure it's nice and smooth, there's no imperfections. The reason I'm focusing so heavily on the base itself right now is that it's going to be holding the weight of rings, and it's going to be holding the weight of the ceramic itself. So I want to make sure it's going to be able to withhold that weight and stand up on its own. Okay, so now I have the arm and the base, and I'm coming in with my needle tool to score each side. Scoring essentially means that I'm putting scratches on each thing that I'm connecting so that it doesn't fall off, because you don't want your rings falling off your cactus, and I don't want the piece falling apart. That would be sad for both of us. So here I am doing that. By the way, if you're curious about any of the tools I'm using in this video, I actually dedicated an entire video about explaining the purpose of pottery tools, so I'll leave that in the description if you want a little context to what I'm doing and what I'm using. So now that we have an arm on our little cactus friend, I'm going to smooth out the arm itself, make sure it looks all pretty. And here I am with my wire cutter, taking it off my counter because we want a free cactus right now. We want it off the base. And then I'm going to take my metal rib and scrape it up to have a nice clean space. By the way, that thing cut me earlier, so be careful if you're using it. Fun fact. So here I am rolling out the second arm, rolling it out and folding it to make sure it's the appropriate size. Here I am bending the second arm, and I'm going to make sure it's a flat space before I score it. And then after I score it and then wet both sides, we're going to be able to have a second arm on our cactus, which is super exciting. I am being very enthusiastic about this ring holder. My hands are very messy, but we're making it work and we're attaching that arm and it's starting to come together like a cactus. So right now I am smoothing over the connection between each piece of clay to make a secure attachment, which, fun fact, is good for pottery and a parent-child relationship. Oh, you guys are probably like, Christina, please shut up with your jokes. Let's just move on to the pottery part. Okay, so after smoothing it over, I'm going to take my needle tool and I'm going to start poking dots onto the cactus itself, because I'm not going to add thorns, I'm going to add polka dots, because what's not to love? I'd rather polka dots than thorns, so that's what we're doing here. And yeah, so that is our cactus ring holder. I am going to smooth over the bottom because it's been standing on its own. And this is what it looks like before I'm going to shellac it and paint it, just to kind of make it a bit more waterproof and shiny and pretty and colorful, of course. So the next clip that we're going to see is me doing exactly that. Okay, so now that it has dried out, we are going to put shellac on it. This is the brand I use. And we're painting it on right now. Oh, yep, we've already gotten to the paint. By the way, the shellac I use is fast drying, so that is probably why I am able to paint it super quick. Okay, so we're still painting it. Just adding a couple final touches, and these are the final photos of how she turned out. My lovely cactus ring holder. Holds jewelry just like a gem. Appreciate her. Okay guys, well that is the video for today, and honestly, if you have stayed this far, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I genuinely appreciate your company and watching my videos. It kind of feels like, in a way, we're spending time together, and I really appreciate that. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye!